Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing some mistakes people make when visiting Fujairah, United Arab Emirates. All right, guys, so I was super excited when I saw that the second largest mosque in United Arab Emirates was in Fujairah. I thought it would be really awesome to get to go and take pictures inside and all that kind of good stuff. But the bad news is that you cannot go into the mosque unless you are a Muslim. And this isn't you walk up to the door and say I'm a Muslim. You actually have to prove it when you get there. So, don't try to wiggle your way around that because you're not going to be happy with the results. But it is beautiful on the outside, and they do let you walk around the grounds on the outside. And there's lots of beautiful picture opportunities on the property itself. So you will still get to enjoy it, and I would definitely not skip this just because you can't go inside. It's definitely a sight to behold, especially if you've seen the largest mosque for Sheikh Zayed over in Abu Dhabi. So don't skip that one, but just know that you're not going to be able to go inside unless you are of Muslim religion. Next is don't skip the Fujairah Fort, which is right there by the Fujairah Museum. Make sure you check that out. You're going to pass it anyways on your way to the Sheikh Zayed Mosque, so you might as well just plan on either stopping there on the way to the mosque or stopping there on the way away from the mosque. So it's not very far from there. You're gonna be really close. You might as well work that into your plan. So don't skip it. It's definitely something that you'll wanna see. Another thing is if you're going to Fujairah and you think, hey, they have a lot of open desert lands and I'm going to see a bunch of wild camels roaming around. This is not the case. A lot of people think that that there's just like wild camels, and they're actually very expensive. So you're not going to find wild camels. If you see camels walking around, they are owned by somebody. So this isn't like you just going to, like seeing them out in the wild is not really going to be the case. Next is make sure that you have enough change for your taxi ride. So try to calculate approximately what you're going to need and make sure that you have change, because if you're using US dollars, they're obviously not going to have US dollars to give you back, and you won't know if they're giving you the right exchange back of their money. But the other issue here is even if you use their money, you have large denominations that you got from an ATM, they are not going to have change. So it's actually going to cost you a lot more than you planned to do a taxi ride. So make sure that you plan to have some change, some smaller bills with you, so that you don't end up having to pay too much for a taxi ride there. To fully enjoy this area, there are some beautiful beaches, and the best places to stay are at the beach resorts. Now, also remember that when you are at the beach is really the only times when you should be wearing your swimwear. You are not to wear your swimwear anywhere off of those beach resorts because it is inappropriate. It is a very conservative culture, so you want to dress appropriately when you are in public. And then be ready to haggle because the price you're first quoted isn't necessarily the price that you should be paying. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're planning your trip. As far as the money is concerned as well, it is a little bit more expensive than you think it's going to be, but it is an enjoyable experience and a fun place to go, and just another emirate to be able to see while you're on your trip. I hope this video helps you out as you're planning your trip to the United Arab Emirates and to Fujairah, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave me a comment below on when you're planning on going.